Most people avoid using Amazon ads because they're scared they'll burn money. In today's video, I have Jessie help us launch our first sponsored product ad the way that she does it and breaks it all down and then shares the results of one of her successful ads. So if you get any value out of this video, make sure you smash that like button. Let's get into the content. Okay, Jesse, so why do you think it's important people should run ads to their products on Amazon merch?
To increase their sales is the biggest thing. And I didn't even realize this till you and I were talking numbers earlier. So I guess about half of my royalties have come from ads over the however many years I've been doing this. So March of 2018 is when I started. So almost 8 years, I guess it'll be next. I can't believe that. But yeah, that's a long time. So yeah, almost half of my royalties have come from ads.
Mhm.
So there you go.
And
So I just think it's important. That's the biggest thing for me. It's all about the money.
yeah, no, because obviously we got bills to pay, right?
Absolutely. For
Yeah.
sure.
No, so what made you want to start running ads? What was the
I just saw the opportunity to make more sales. When I was a newbie, everybody was starting to run ads. It was everything was new back then. So I guess we had the advantage. We were all trying it out at the same time.
Mhm.
Whenever ads first came along, everybody was in the same boat, but it was just an opportunity. I saw it as an opportunity to make more money. So that's why I want to get started and get an edge over any competitors that weren't running ads.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. It's just why wouldn't you want to put a design or a product up, right, and get more eyeballs on it? Because
Absolutely.
the more
Absolutely.
eyeballs you the more eyeballs you got on it, the more chances you have to make a sale. And
For
that's
sure.
one thing in the community when
Yeah.
it comes to that. I don't want to run ads. I'm scared because I don't want to spend money.
The page and they see an ad for your product and then they scroll down a little bit further and then they see the listing and they're like, "Oh boy, this should be good because it's on here twice." That's to me that's the mentality of shoppers. So it gives, what do you call it, like validity to your listing. Whenever they see it on there more than one time, they think it must be popular. So
It's like retargeting the actual customer in a way.
exactly. Yep,
Okay.
exactly, for
All
sure.
right. No, one cool thing about this is one more question before we get into you sharing an example with this, which I'm really excited about because I feel like when it comes to anything like this, everyone is different when it comes to running ads. I just want to point that out. Like Jesse's
Right.
different from me, I'm different from her, but the way that she's been doing has been working for her, and that's the cool thing. And
That's right.
I think it's about like at the end of the day, it's all about testing. Like you never know. You like I don't think
Absolutely.
she knows that one of her designs that she ran ads to or products to when she's running ads to is going to make a sale. She doesn't know that, right?
No. Nope, you don't know, and you don't know till you put it out there, and you would be surprised. Sometimes I think, "Oh, man, I don't know about this design," but
I feel like it's a good feeling too as well, right? You're like
oh,
excited.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
absolutely, absolutely.
As far as like budget wise, like what do you think is like a good starting point? Like when you first started, like
I
how much did
start
you
mine
test
at
with?
$10.
Okay.
Every ad I start at $10. The thing to remember about all of this with bids and budgets and everything is just because you started out at $10 doesn't mean that it's gonna spend $10 every day.
I feel like
Yeah.
eyeballs on the product, ranking on the
Yep.
front page.
Yep.
Those are 2 pluses, and
Absolutely.
then also how about the reviews that are coming in behind that helps you even rank
Right.
more organically, right? So you're
Yep, yep,
that's the main
yep,
goal.
yep. That's right. And sometimes we get some bad reviews that aren't our fault.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I feel like let's get into it. I want
Okay.
to excited to share this, and I think this is like the meat and potatoes of this call right here because I feel like this is what you've done over the years and had success with.
Okay. So this is the campaign manager screen in Amazon ads, if you're not familiar with that. And we're just going to do a simple automatic ad for one product. And do you want to talk a little bit, tell them about?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, so when it comes to the automatic ads, you're just taking your ASIN, right? You're the keywords from the basically from the listing that you created, and then you're taking that and the auto is basically running from the listing
Right.
from
Amazon figures out what keywords to show your ads for based on what is in your title and bullets.
correct.
So
Yes.
they will automatically do the thinking for you on these type of ads. And it's a good place to start because that way you can see what keywords your ads are going to actually convert on.
Correct.
So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to click on Create Campaign, this black button right here in the middle.
I'm not sure if you guys heard that. There was a cha-ching that went off. So that's how you know it's real for Jessie, because she just made a sale
That's
before
right.
she
Got
ran an
a
ad.
cha-ching. There you go. And then there are all kinds of ads that you can run. I only deal in sponsored product ads, and that's what we're going to deal in for the sake of this recording. And so you're going to go right here under sponsored products, and you're going to click Create Campaign. Now I've already chosen an ASIN that we're going to use, and it's this one right here, and it's nurse, cardiology nurse. And in order to find the ASIN, what we're going to do is you can do one of two things. You can either go up here to the search bar, the address, and this number right here where it starts with B and it goes to the and, that is going to be your ASIN. So you can copy that. Or you can also go down here to, I don't know if anybody uses, I use a tool, several tools. Go back over here to our ad, and I go over here to enter list and copy it. And you can, if you want to advertise more than one shirt, this is where you can do that. You can add, I think, up to 1,000. And then we're going to add it, and then see it's going to show up over here on the side. That means it's been added to this campaign.
Okay. Because you can see it right there. You can see the shirt. You can see the shirt. The product kind of just
there it is,
switched
the
over.
design and everything right there.
Yeah.
And then we're going to move on down to targeting. And this is where we're choosing automatic targeting for this campaign. Amazon is going to suggest a bid for you. And I like to use their suggestions. They seem pretty accurate to me. And if they have a suggestion like this, what I'll do is I'll just go down through here and I'll click on it, as long as it's within reason. But this is pretty close to what I start all of my ads out with in this neighborhood right here. Sometimes, for whatever reason, this doesn't show up. It'll have 75 cents or something for mine, but I use formula pretty similar to this. Mine is usually 25, 22, 20, and 18 is what I start with if the suggested bids don't show up. But in this case, they showed up for us, and that's what I clicked. And then I come down here to the campaign bidding strategy part, and I click on down only. So that means that they're only going to lower your bids. They're not going to raise your bids. I just like to have more control over my ads that way. Some people do the up and down and let them raise their bids for them if they think that they'll show more. I just never have.
If you go back up to your bid, so down only means basically it will not go over your bid.
It will not go over, yes, my bid. Okay. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So then we're going to come down here to the campaign name, and I wipe all of that out.
Okay.
And I type in about the niche, which is a cardiology nurse, cardiac crew. And then I paste the ASIN in there. And that's what I use for all of my ads. That's the structure that I use for my titles.
And then it's because it's easier to find too. That's important too, to stay organized.
It's easier to find, and that way you can search by ASIN if you need to. I have all the ASINs. To me, that's really important. All my campaigns set up into niches. So it's kind of like a folder where you keep all your designs in a certain folder. So you don't have to worry about that right now. For budget, I would come down here, see it. It's going to suggest $10 because that's what I always run mine at. You can set yours whatever you feel like. If you feel more comfortable with $3, $5, whatever, it's really whatever you feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind that don't be worried that you're going to spend $10 every day. And then that's all there is to it.
From my experience too, kind of touch on that a little bit more, because if you don't play, people will go in and they'll run a campaign ad and they'll forget to place their bids, and they'll just take the suggested bid. You want to make sure you're very careful, because if they put suggested bid at 75 cents and you put $10, most likely it's going to spend most of your bid. But if you put a lower bid,
it's going to spend that $10. Yeah. You want to start off low with your bids in the beginning. That's very important. Very important, because whatever you start with is what it's going to spend. If you start up there high, it'll spend that 75 cents for you. It sure will. But start off low, and then you can gauge it as it goes along. And like I said, so we're just going to go down here at the bottom and click Launch Campaign. And what's going to happen is it's going to come up and it's going to say, you launched your campaign successfully.
Yay.
And then you can go on and create another one, or you can go back to your campaign manager.
Okay.
And then we can put that ASIN. What I always do, I like to double check, but you can paste that ASIN in there. And see, there's one I already had, but this is the one right here that we just made, cardiology nurse, cardiac crew. And there it's already delivering.
Yeah.
And you see the start date, November 24th. So it's already going.
Yeah. No, that's the simple way of just launching, getting the campaign going for it. Also, too, you can see like right here, you hit over $1 million over in
Yeah.
sales. So congratulations on that. I'm
you.
not sure if anyone told you that, but I just wanted to congratulate you on that because looks like
Appreciate
you
that.
barely just hit it. So, for example, do you have an example of an automatic campaign that has been running over
Yeah.
time that you can share?
So
Like,
we have this one right here. It's the same
okay.
ASIN.
Okay.
This one right here. And
This is the idea of we showed you how to run an automatic campaign ad, a very simple, one of the most it's like number one ad that you would launch when you're doing Amazon sponsored products, right? The automatic campaign is probably the first ad I personally ran.
Right.
Pretty sure Jesse's first ad too was automatic.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
And then
Yeah.
what she's gonna share now is like the results from a campaign that she ran.
yeah, so here's my campaign. And so it had 7 orders and a cost of $31.22. We can go over here and there's the shirt and the targeting. Let's see, so here it is. You can see that I had come over here already. So I thought it was getting a little carried away, and I turned off some of these. I turned off 2 of these. See this one right here, I had spent $12 and I had only made 1 sale.
That wasn't too good, so I turned it off.
Yeah.
Let me open this up so we can see more. See, these are the different match types.
Yeah.
Like we used before. And anyway, this one, my guideline that I use is $5. That's usually about the royalty that I get per shirt. 4 times 5 is 20. So after I've spent over $20, I'm going to cut it off.
Yeah.
You see, that's just the way I do it. But see down here, this one's still selling. This one here is, and if you get into impressions and stuff, you can see right here how many impressions you're getting. And this is where I was talking about how this Amazon will suggest the bids for you. So every once in a while, I'll go through here and I might change these because see, they say this one, it'll be good for 32. So I might hit that and just apply it 32. This one will be good at 27. So I'll lower that a little bit. So according to them, it's still going to get good impressions at that suggested bid. And like I said, they're pretty accurate about what they say.
They've been getting better over the years,
Yes.
huh?
Yes, they have.
Because I know at the very beginning they're like, "Oh yeah, you should place a $1.25 bid." I'm like,
oh, yeah, sucker. No.
I want free money. I'm like, of course.
Yeah. So anyway, yep, that is the ad. And then remember, once you start getting those sales, then you're going to show up organically closer to the top page, which is good.
And so you have a basic strategy right here when you optimize, right? So so you're making a $5 royalty. Okay, based off of the $5 royalty, you go in to look at your cost and your impressions and your spend. And if it's not making you profit from that $5 royalty, you just cut it off. Simple.
That's right. That's mine.
Next one.
I got to keep it simple because I have too many. But and then I use some tools and stuff too. We can talk about those later. But that is overall, that's the basic gist of how I control my ad spend on my ads.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you put it,
not necessarily, I have shut some off, but every time I start a new design, every time I upload a new design, I start an automatic ad to it once it's live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay. No, I think that's
all of my ads I do that with. And then the ones that really sell good, then I take the time to go and research and what keywords, what search terms the customers are hitting them on, and then I will start a manual campaign for those keywords if they're profitable enough.
That's for a different video though, right?
Yep. We'll get into those later.
All right. No, I think if we keep you on here longer, you're probably going to generate over 100 sales because I hear the ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Oh, yeah. Tis the season, right? Tis the season. Yep.
And that's one really cool thing because like you work really hard all year and then this is the year that everything pays off.
This is the time when it's all worth it for sure. Yep. You start going, oh, yeah, this is what we like
Okay, now
for
okay.
sure.
Now, so one important thing I think when it comes to anything like this, what is one tip that you would leave with the viewers right now watching this video? What is the number one tip when it comes to Amazon ads? What would you say?
I would say don't be scared because they can obviously. We have so many sellers now, but there are so many that don't use ads. You would be surprised how many don't use ads. And this will give you a big edge over your fellow sellers by running ads as long as you just, all you got to do is just keep your eye on it and just pay attention to what's happening with it. It's all there in black and white. So all you got to do is look at it. It's not hard, and just don't get crazy. Just do what you feel comfortable with and start low with your bids.
Oh, no. All right. No, I think that's really good right there. I'm excited because I feel like we could definitely go get on to like a part two. Today we went from 0 ads to launching our first sponsored product ad on Amazon ads, which is really cool. So congratulations on that if you launched your first ad. And you can see how successful Jessie is when it comes to launching Amazon ads. And I want to get her on another interview so we can go ahead and launch a manual ad so we can optimize everything and even drive more traffic to that actual product. And comment ads if you launched your first campaign after watching this video. If you have any questions about ACoS, bids, daily budget, any of that, let me know down below in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. And if you want to see how I do Amazon and niche research, watch this video right here next. Peace out.